There's a secret provision here in Pakistan to get citizenship for an extremely discounted price, and realistically, no one will tell you this. Of course, there's reason to be skeptical, but if you watch until the very end, I'll go over the exact provision for Pakistani, citizenship by investment, and why it may be interesting for you, as it is by far the cheapest citizenship by investment. Hello and welcome back to Neutrality. Today we're going over why Pakistani citizenship is extremely interesting and a law that makes it extremely attractive for those who are looking for a relatively neutral country. Now, to say that most Pakistanis will not understand this video is a bit of an understatement. Most Pakistanis do want to leave Pakistan. Most Pakistanis do not see the passport of Pakistan as powerful. And it's not powerful within the context of international ideation. But if you are looking for a tie to Pakistan, it's perhaps interesting to look into the citizenship by investment. So, the law is the 1951 Law on Foreign Reserves. It is, in essence, that Commonwealth citizens, so citizens of the Commonwealth, can provide 5 million Pakistani rupees in foreign reserves and get citizenship here in Pakistan. Now, this is a very old law, and they briefly tried to update it in 2022. That program has not yet been rolled out, and so the 1951 law on citizenship still applies. And so this is very unique to Pakistan, as of course most nations are not going to allow you to put in $18,000 and get citizenship in a few months. One caveat, of course, that you have to look out for is you do have to be a Commonwealth citizen. So this is places like Canada, the UK, and etc., right? So Commonwealth countries. So there is a way to get Commonwealth citizenship fairly easily. You obviously can look into the Caribbean citizenships by investment. I heavily do not recommend these programs, and I'll be on the ground in places like St. Kitts within the next few years. So if you're interested in joining me on that process, feel free to click that subscribe button down below. It only takes a few seconds, and I would really appreciate it. Of course, looking at the power ranking of the Pakistani passport, it is not an amazing passport. Honestly speaking, it's one of the worst passports in the world. But what that doesn't take into consideration is the fact that Pakistan, first of all, is a very, very cheap country. And so if you want a base of operations here, obviously, yes, you can get permanent residency. Yes, you can get temporary residency. However, if you're a Commonwealth citizen, why not just get citizenship in a few months for $18,000? That's less than some residency programs. It's less than setting up a business in some countries. For instance, I think that some companies in Hong Kong, the setup fee alone is $20,000, which, of course, I would rather have a Pakistani passport than a Hong Kong-based company. Now, that's my own personal view, and I'll be going to Hong Kong in the near future. I'm flying to Uzbekistan soon, so you don't want to miss out on that. And of course, if you appreciate my on-the-ground, in-depth research, I would appreciate a like. However, when you look at the Pakistani passport, you also get discounts here in Pakistan. You get discounts for instance, the SIM cards. You get discounts for certain energy production. You get discounts for petrol in some cases. And so you get all of these national things if you are a Pakistani national. Meanwhile, I had to pay 5,500 Pakistani rupees to get a SIM card here in Pakistan for 200 gigabytes of data. And so the Pakistani passport, while it may not be internationally recognized, while it may be disinteresting for a lot of people, if they are, of course, in Western-oriented markets, becoming increasingly neutral, right? In terms of, for instance, if you have another passport and you all are also a Pakistani, it can definitely help with getting around Pakistan, getting around in, for instance, South Asia. There are certain places within South Asia that are very difficult to get through, whereas if you're a Pakistani resident or a Pakistani citizenship holder, it's a little bit easier. Now, there was briefly a ban on Pakistani citizen holders when India banned Pakistanis from entering, but I believe that ban is waived. I'll put up whether or not the ban was waived. However, that is a risk, of course, you'll have to look into if you are looking to get Pakistani citizenship. However, there is no legal requirement, so to speak, to disclose all your citizenships when you are entering a country. And so you don't need to disclose that you are a Pakistani, you don't need to disclose that you are an American, whatever. And that's what I do a lot when I am traveling. I just say I'm an American, and they leave me alone. And so, of course, with this, it becomes a very unique proposition, and it is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, citizenship by investment programs that is codified in law. So if you're interested in looking into the Pakistani citizenship by investment, first of all, I am starting a sort of new path to consulting. I want people to have skin in the game, so to access further consulting, you have to buy a one-pager. So this one-pager will allow you to learn about a single jurisdiction, or if you want to look into a specific jurisdiction for your needs, this is essentially what the jurisdictional one-pager is built for. So you can look at the Google Forms link down below and sign up for that. If you like this video, feel free to like it. If you really like this video, feel free to share it with your friends. If you are looking for a way to join me on this journey of internationalization and globalization, feel free to subscribe. This has been the Traveling Report, signing off.